कंपाइलेशन करंट अफेयर्स हम डिस्कस करेंगे, प्रेजेंटेड ओनली बाय मी राहुल अग्रवाल। तो सबसे पहली चीज न्यू रामसर साइट्स और काफी ज्यादा हलचल है रामसर साइट्स को लेके, क्योंकि आप देख रहे होगे बहुत सारी साइट्स जो हैं इंडिया से वो इसका हिस्सा बन रही हैं। सो 4 मोर वेटलैंड्स, ठीक है, 2 फ्रॉम हरियाणा, 2 फ्रॉम गुजरात। तो 4 नई साइट्स हैं, 4 नए वेटलैंड्स हैं जिन्हें रामसर साइट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल इंपॉर्टेंस का हिस्सा बनाया गया है। और उनका नाम मैं आपको बता देता हूं, भिंदावास वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी एंड सुल्तानपुर, ये हरियाणा से है, सुल्तानपुर नेशनल पार्क। एंड देन थोल लेक वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी एंड वाधवना वेटलैंड, ये गुजरात से है। ठीक है, तो ये आपसे पूछा जा सकता है भैया मैच द फॉलोइंग वाले क्वेश्चंस में, आपको ध्यान रखना है। अकॉर्डिंग टू रीसेंट एस्टिमेट्स बाय वेटलैंड्स इंटरनेशनल साउथ एशिया, nearly 30% of the natural wetlands in India have been lost in the last 3 decades। पिछले 30 सालों में अगर हम वेटलैंड्स इंटरनेशनल साउथ एशिया की रिपोर्ट की बात करें, 30% जो नेचुरल वेटलैंड्स हैं भारत में वो मतलब बर्बाद हो चुके हैं, लॉस्ट हो गए। ठीक है, मेजरली द लॉस ऑफ वेटलैंड्स इज मोर प्रोमिनेंट इन द अर्बन एरियाज। Now Wetlands International South Asia was established in 1996। इसका एक ऑफिस है न्यू दिल्ली में, एंड एज अ पार्ट ऑफ Wetlands International Network बेसिकली इसे एस्टैब्लिश किया गया था सो एज टू प्रमोट कंजर्वेशन एंड सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ वेटलैंड्स इन द साउथ एशिया रीजन। नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस थोल लेक वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी, ये गुजरात में सिचुएटेड है। इट लाइज ऑन द सेंट्रल एशियन फ्लाईवे। It was built in 1912 as a tank by the Gaikwad regime to provide irrigation facilities to farmers. In 1988, it was declared as a wildlife sanctuary by the state government ताकि bird life को जो है protect किया जा सके। ठीक है, then the lake supports more than 320 bird species, including more than 30 threatened water bird species such as the critically endangered white-rumped vulture, sociable lapwing and the vulnerable sarus crane and common pochard। तो ये भी पूछा जाता है बहुत बार ये चीज भी पूछी जाती है आपसे। हो सकता है कि आपको 3-4 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दे दिए जाएं और आपको बोला जाए कि भाई वल्नरेबल सारस क्रेन, कॉमन पोचार्ड, व्हाइट रम्ड वल्चर ये कहां पाए जाते हैं, और 3-4 वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी आपको ऑप्शंस में दे दी जाए, तो आपको ध्यान रखना है ये। ठीक है, देन उसके बाद वाधवना वेटलैंड, इट इज सिचुएटेड इन गुजरात। इट वाज क्रिएटेड एज एन इरिगेशन डैम इन 1910 इन दभोई तालुका ऑफ वडोदरा, गुजरात। It is internationally important for its bird life as it provides wintering ground to migratory water birds, including over 80 species that migrate on the Central Asian flyway. In addition, the red-crested pochard, a duck which is otherwise rare in Western India, is also regularly recorded here during winter. Then Sultanpur National Park, ये गुड़गांव डिस्ट्रिक्ट हरियाणा में है, 353 एकड़ में फैला हुआ। It is an important wetland that harbors rich plant animal life. It supports more than 220 species of resident, winter migratory, local migratory water birds at critical stages of their लाइफ साइकिल। ठीक है, देन उसके बाद भिंदावास वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी, ये झज्जर डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ हरियाणा में है। 2009 में इसे डिक्लेयर किया गया था एज अ बर्ड सेंचुरी बाय द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, और साथ ही साथ a total of 265 species of birds have been reported from the site. More than 30,000 migratory birds belonging to over 250 species visit Bhindawas throughout the year. रामसर कन्वेंशन आप सभी को पता ही है, 1971 में ईरान में सिटी का नाम है रामसर, वहां साइन किया गया था। एंड इट इज वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट इंटर गवर्नमेंटल अकॉर्ड फॉर प्रिजर्विंग द इकोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर ऑफ wetlands. It is also known as the Convention on Wetlands. Its aim is to develop and maintain an international network of wetlands which are important for the conservation of global biological diversity. Wetlands की इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है ये तो आप सभी को पता है। ठीक है, तापस पोर्टल, तापस का फुल फॉर्म है ट्रेनिंग फॉर ऑगमेंटिंग प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड सर्विसेज। सो सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावरमेंट मिनिस्टर ने लॉन्च किया था, ये एक ऑनलाइन पोर्टल है जिसका नाम है तापस, और ये डेवलप किया गया है बाय द नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल डिफेंस अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावरमेंट। ठीक है, तो ये है क्या, it's a massive open online course platform that offers various courses in the field of social defense. The main objective is to impart training and enhance the knowledge and skills for the capacity building of the participants. It will provide 5 basic courses: drug abuse prevention, okay, geriatric or elderly care, care and management of dementia, transgender issues, comprehensive course on social defense issues. The course can be taken up by anyone who wishes to enhance his or her knowledge on the topics, and there is no fee for joining. Free है absolutely। ठीक है, NISD सेटअप किया गया था originally by the Central Bureau of Correctional Services in 1961 under the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, and since 1975 the institute has functioned as a subordinate office under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. In 2002 NISD became an autonomous body under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, और साथ ही साथ it is registered under Societies Act 1860. Okay, So NSD is the nodal training and research institute in the field of social defense. It is currently focusing on HRD in the areas of drug abuse prevention, welfare of senior citizens, etc. Samvad program. The Union Minister of Women and Child Development has launched the second phase of this program. इसका full form है Support, Advocacy and Mental Health Interventions for Children in Vulnerable Circumstances and Distress. It's a national initiative and integrated resource that works in child protection, mental health, psychosocial care. ओके साथ ही साथ इसका जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो क्या है? टू प्रोवाइड मेंटल हेल्थ आउटरीच फॉर चिल्ड्रन जो कि अबेंडेंड हैं, ठीक है, ऑर्फन है, अनाथ हैं, जिन्हें मतलब बेसिकली हम बोलते हैं ना कि सड़क में छोड़ दिया गया है और कचरों के डिब्बे में कई जगह बहुत सारे बच्चे मिलते हैं। तो इस तरीके के जितने भी बच्चे हैं उन्हें मेंटल हेल्थ आउटरीच प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा। साथ ही साथ वो बच्चे जो कि ट्रैफिकिंग के सर्वाइवर्स हैं, ठीक है। द प्रोग्राम इज लेड बाय द नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ एंड न्यूरोसाइंसेज यानी कि नीमहंस एंड इट इज फंडेड by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Okay, so NIMHANS is the apex center of mental health and neuroscience education. It operates autonomously under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. ये आपसे पूछा जा सकता है, ठीक है। इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम के तहत ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड की जाएगी टू द चाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन फंक्शनरीज, टेलीकाउंसलर्स, एजुकेटर्स, law professionals among others, and the training will be provided to cope mechanism for children in distress. In the second phase, Samvad is slated to begin work with Panchayati Raj institutions to integrate child protection and mental health in aspirational districts across the country. This will help facilitate awareness generation and improve service delivery at the grassroots level. Then cave lion cubs. Recently, scientists have found two nearly perfected preserved cave lion cubs which lived 28,000 years ago, nicknamed Boris and Sparta. They were found in Siberia's permafrost, Russia, and they were found 15 meters apart, but are not only from different litters but were also born thousands of years apart. ठीक है, सो ये केव लायन कब्स की चर्चा काफी ज्यादा हो रही थी। And the cave lion यानी कि Panthera spelia, often nicknamed the mega lion, it's a genus of prehistoric lion that originated during the last ice age यानी कि 2.6 million years ago to 11,007 years ago in what is now Europe. It is generally placed as a subspecies of the lion, and it was one of the most common large predators during the last ice age, with a distribution throughout northern Eurasia and North America. It became extinct about 14,000 years ago. ठीक है, the cave lions, they were major predators hunting ice age deer, bison and other animals, and basically these lions were also ambush predators laying in wait and erupting out of the bush to tackle their prey with impressive speed, agility and strength. ठीक है, and they measured 3 meters long and they weighed 340 kilos. ठीक है, this was the largest cat species of all time. However, like all cats, the cave lion could only chase prey over a short distance. Now, despite their size, strength, relatively long legs, cave lions were not designed for long distance chases. और इसकी इस फाइंडिंग की जो सिग्निफिकेंस है, सिमिलर फाइंड्स इन रशियाज वास्ट साइबेरियन रीजन हैव टर्न्ड अप with increasing regularity, and climate change is warming the Arctic at a faster pace than the rest of the world and has thawed the ground in some areas long locked in permafrost. Then slender loris. Slender loris, the DFO of Karur district has recently submitted a proposal for implementing a species recovery program to protect and improve the population of the endangered slender loris. ठीक है, so ये एक endangered species है, आपको पता होना चाहिए इसके बारे में. Since there is great demand for keeping these animals as pets, they are illegally smuggled. Habitat loss, electrocution of live wires, road accidents, ये सारे threats हैं that have caused its population to destabilize. ठीक है, slender loris, it is secretive and has nocturnal habits. It usually travels from the canopy of one tree to another, and it is commonly found in the tropical scrub and deciduous forest as well as the dense hedgerow plantations bordering farmlands of southern India and Sri Lanka. It has been listed as endangered by the IUCN और साथ ही साथ WPA 1972 के शेड्यूल 1 में भी इसे प्रोटेक्शन दी गई है ताकि हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ लीगल प्रोटेक्शन मिल सके. They are usually solitary, but sometimes they are found in pairs. It is believed that these animals have some medicinal properties. They are captured as well as sold. ओके, हैबिटाट लॉस एंड बाकी सारी चीजें मैंने आपको बता दी. देन उसके बाद RoDTEP स्कीम, ये काफी ज्यादा न्यूज में थी. रिमिशन ऑफ ड्यूटीज एंड टैक्सेस ऑन एक्सपोर्टेड प्रोडक्ट्स. द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैज नोटिफाइड द रेट्स एंड नॉर्म्स फॉर द रिमिशन ऑफ ड्यूटीज एंड टैक्सेस ऑन एक्सपोर्ट प्रोडक्ट स्कीम. ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री की स्कीम है. इट इज रिप्लेसिंग द अर्लियर MEIS एंड SEIS schemes that were in violation of WTO norms. Its aim is to reimburse all the taxes, duties, levies being charged at the central, state, local level, जो कि currently refunded नहीं है under any of the existing schemes, but they are still incurred at the manufacturing and distribution process. So the refund under the scheme shall not be available in respect of duties and taxes already exempted or remitted or credited. Okay, the refund will be credited in an exporter's ledger account with the customs, and it will be used to pay basic duty on imported goods. Okay, the credits can also be transferred to other importers. So the scheme covers 8,555 tariff products, accounting for about 75% of traded items and 65% of India's exports. The tax refund rates will vary between 0.5 to 4.3% of the export value of goods, and the lowest rate is offered on items like chocolates, toffees, sugar confectionery, etc. Yarns and fibers have been granted the highest rate. The scheme covers sectors such as marine, agriculture, leather, gems, jewelry, automobile, plastics, textile, electronics, among others. और कौन-कौन से sectors excluded हैं? Pharmaceutical, steel, chemicals, they have been kept out of the purview of the scheme. Then there is this financial inclusion index. RBI has released the India's first composite financial inclusion index. Basically, its aim is to capture the extent of financial inclusion across the country. एक्सेस यूसेज क्वालिटी, ये तीन ब्रॉड पैरामीटर्स हैं और इनके वेटेज आप देख सकते हो, सबसे ज्यादा यूसेज को है, फिर एक्सेस, फिर क्वालिटी, एंड ईच ऑफ द पैरामीटर विल कंसिस्ट ऑफ वेरियस डायमेंशंस व्हिच आर कंप्यूटेड बेस्ड ऑन 97 indicators. A unique feature of the index is the parameter related to the quality of financial inclusion. It captures information related to financial literacy, consumer protection, inequalities, deficiencies in services, etc. It also captures information on various aspects of financial inclusion in a single value ranging between 0 to 100, where 100 represents full financial inclusion and 0 represents full financial exclusion. ठीक है? The index will be published in July every year. The index has been constructed without any base pair, so it reflects the cumulative efforts of all the stakeholders. Now, key finding. Basically, it ended March 2021. It crossed the halfway mark to 53.9 as compared to 43.4 for the year ended March 2017. This indicates that 46% of the parameters considered are still financially excluded despite the launch of several initiatives by the government. UN World Geospatial Information Congress. The global geospatial information community was sensitized about the second UN WGIC to be organized by India in 2022. Basically, United Nations Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management conducts this every 4 years. The aim is to enhance international collaboration among the member states and relevant stakeholders in geospatial information management and capacities. GIS integrates hardware, software, data for capturing, managing, analyzing, displaying all forms of geographically referenced information. And the first UNWGIC was organized by China in 2018. Second 2022 में भारत होस्ट करेगा हैदराबाद में. The theme is towards geo enabling the global village. ठीक है. और रही बात UNGGIM की, जो कि इसे कहीं ना कहीं ऑर्गेनाइज कराता है. सो इट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय इकोसॉक, यानी कि यूनाइटेड नेशंस इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल काउंसिल इन 2011. Okay, its aim is to play a leading role in setting the agenda for the development of global geospatial information and to promote its use to address key global challenges. The committee consists of government experts from UN member states as well as experts from international organizations as observers, and it is scheduled to meet at least once a year and it reports directly to ECOSOC. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीजें भी आपको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखनी है. Then Startup Women Entrepreneur Awards. The government has announced the winner of the awards 2020-21, and it has also launched the Amrit Mahotsav Shri Shakti Innovation Challenge. ठीक है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड आईटी, नासकॉम इन पार्टनरशिप विद यूएन वुमेन, ये जो अवार्ड्स हैं ये सेटअप किए गए. सो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? सिंपल सी बात है भाई, महिलाओं में एंटरप्रेन्योरियल स्पिरिट को रिकॉग्नाइज करना, कल्टीवेट करना, उन्हें और ज्यादा कहीं ना कहीं उत्साह देना. ठीक है, उन्हें मोटिवेट करना. इट ऑल्सो इंस्पायर्स द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ वुमेन to lead the Indian digital era, to serve as guiding role models, and also the objective is to encourage promising entrepreneurs who not only contribute to the nation's economy but also to the social community. ठीक है, also to provide leadership and serve as guiding examples of emerging and young future entrepreneurs. So significance. The winners have been selected for the NASSCOM Tech Women Entrepreneur Accelerator Program. It gives them access to networks, connections, learning resources that are needed to build scalable, profitable global business. और ये जो अमृत महोत्सव श्री शक्ति इनोवेशन चैलेंज है, ये लॉन्च किया गया था by MyGov under the Ministry of Electronics and IT and UN Women. The aim is Nari Shashaktikarn, which is to empower women to help them achieve their full potential. The objective is to support, promote women entrepreneurs, women-led startups to find innovative solutions in the area of women safety and empowerment. And it is being implemented under the Multi-Partner Trust Fund COVID-19 program. The 5 winners will be awarded 5 lakh rupees each to develop, market and implement their solutions. Then National Mission on Edible Oils. Union Cabinet has given its approval to launch a new mission on oil palm to be known as the National Mission on Edible Oils Oil Palm. Okay, so ये एक centrally sponsored scheme है that aims to boost domestic production of palm oil and reduce its dependence on imports. It has a special focus on the northeastern region and the Andaman Nicobar Islands. The mission hopes to increase the area under oil palm by an additional 6.5 lakh hectares by 2025-26. It also has a target to increase the production of crude palm oil to 11.2 lakh tons by 25-26 and 28 lakh tons by 29-30. तो ये चीज भी आपको ध्यान रखनी है. मेजर फोकस एरियाज की अगर हम बात करें, ऑयल पाम फार्मर्स विल प्रोड्यूस फ्रेश फ्रूट bunches from which palm oil is extracted by the industry. Presently, the prices of these FFBs are linked to international crude palm oil price fluctuation. So, if the market is volatile, then the center will pay the difference. ठीक है, so ultimately नुकसान कम होगा या नहीं होगा बोल सकते हो आप. This price assurance will be given in the form of viability gap funding, and the industry will be mandated to pay 14.3% of crude palm oil prices. Okay, moreover, in a bid to encourage oil palm cultivation in northeastern India and in the Andaman Nicobar Islands, the center will bear an additional cost of 2% of the crude palm oil prices in the states. ठीक है, so ये protect करेगा farmers को from the fluctuations of the international CPO prices. ठीक है, the scheme has been made a substantial increase in the assistance of inputs intervention. A substantial increase has been made from planting material for oil palm, and this has increased from 12,000 per hectare to 29,000 per hectare. Okay, assistance will be provided to seed gardens to address the issue of shortage of planting material in the country. Portal for geospatial data. The government of India has launched 3 web portals to offer the geospatial data collected by the Survey of India and the National Atlas and Thematic Mapping Organization, either free or at a nominal cost. Okay, so this geospatial data dissemination portal is developed by Survey of India. The portal is a rich depository of maps and functionalities. It will provide in various downloadable formats of 4,000 maps with national, state, district and tehsil level data. और ये जो सारथी पोर्टल है सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया द्वारा डेवलप किया गया है, मानचित्रण पोर्टल नेटमो द्वारा डेवलप किया गया है. ठीक है, रही बात सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया की, सो सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया इज द नेशनल सर्वे एंड मैपिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ कंट्री, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के अंडर आता है. 1767 में स्टैब्लिश हुआ था, बहुत पुराना है, ओल्डेस्ट साइंटिफिक डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है, हेडक्वार्टर्स है इसका देहरादून, उत्तराखंड. रही बात नेटमो की, so NATMO is a subordinate office under the Department of Science and Technology, and it is involved in the compilation of the National Atlas of India. Apart from that, it also makes National Atlas in regional languages. It also helps in increasing speed efficiency in the field of mapping with the help of installation of automated mapping system. ठीक है, headquarters जो है इसका वो कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल में है. तो दोस्तों आज का ये वीडियो यहीं समाप्त होता है. मिलता हूं आप सभी से कुछ और कंपाइलेशन और एमसीक्यूज लेके अगले वीडियो में.